Hey everybody, I'm Shannon from LineStar here with another tutorial video. Today we'll be breaking down one of the newest upgrades to the LineStar app, and that is the optimizer. A new version, the V3, has just come out on the iPhone. So today I'm going to walk you through what it looks like, how it differs from the old one, and how you can use it to your advantage, especially in those DFS contests. And especially as we get closer to football season. Before we get into it though, if you could do me a huge favor, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. You can also check out the LineStar app. If you aren't already a subscriber, go check it out. There are a couple ways, if you're just interested in learning more about it, there's a couple different offers you can take advantage of in order to get one free month of LineStar. I'm going to link those below, but basically if you sign up as a new user with Underdog Fantasy, CHALKBOARD, Sleeper, or ParlayPlay, use that promo code LineStar when you do, and you'll get that one free month of LineStar in addition to a nice deposit match there. So a great way to not only download those great apps that we also support with our Props AI tool, but also to use the LineStar app and see, what we're all about in the LineStar community. And today I'm going to be breaking down one of the best tools on the app, which is our optimizer, to help all of you DFS players out there crush it with some takedowns. And we listened to the community. They had some suggestions for how to make it better. So our engineers were busy at work and put together this great V3 version. So I'm going to walk you through what it looks like and how it differs from the old one, and then what you can expect in some new improvements going forward as we head into football season. So pulling up the LineStar app on our iOS device, as you can see, I have it selected to the optimizer. The icons are the same as the previous version. We can go to projections, props AI, chat, lineup, and optimizer by just clicking those icons in the bottom. But for our purposes, we're looking at the optimizer V3. As you can see right now, I have it selected to the optimizer V3, but if you're someone who maybe not so comfortable with the new optimizer, you can just go back to the old one by clicking that. And that goes back to the legacy optimizer, which is our previous version of the optimizer. So you can always opt out into that. Well, for today's purposes though, we're showing you the optimizer. So we're going to toggle it to the optimizer V3, which, as it states here, improves speed, lineup accuracy, and will allow us to add new features. And it's right now, note that it's limited to 50 lineups at most. So we are improving that to where you can have up to 150 lineups, but that is in the works right now. It is capped at 50. Just note that right there. Before we look at the optimizer itself, let's go back to projections and look at the player card and some of the differences you may notice as you're using the app. You can first see that Chris Sale is liked. You can toggle that button in the top left, that thumbs up sign, and you can like a player. What does it mean when you like a player? You basically are adding a 15% boost to that player in the lineup optimizer, and you can actually change that specific 15% too if you'd like. All you have to do is go back to the optimizer, click on settings, and where it says liked projection boost, you can change that. So it can go up to 15, 16. If you want it even higher, it can go up there, but we're going to reset it to 15 for our purposes today and go back to that player card where I'll go through a couple more features. The other thing you can do is you can also exclude a player. So this player will not be included in any of the lineups that will go through the optimizer. So that's what that red button means right there. Next to that, you'll notice a new tool, Max Exposure, which allows you to manually change the exposure of a particular player in the lineup optimizer. For example, if you want 100% of Chris Sale, you can click that. Or if you say, you know what, I only want half of my lineups to have Chris Sale in it, you can change it to 50 and you can manually change that there. The other thing that you can do, which is similar to the previous version, but you can still change that projection manually if you think it needs to be tinkered with a little bit. The minus and plus to the right and left can alter that projection just higher or lower to your choosing. You can also lock in a player, which means this player will be included in 100% of the lineups that are produced. So you can manually do it through the projections and the players there, or you can go back to your optimizer here, and you'll notice a couple different tools. And the first one I want to point out to you is the player pool. This is taking a look at the entire player pool, which can be sorted by position. You can look at the bats, the pitchers, or by position. Now, of course, this changes with every sport, but if we look at that, Chris Sale is 50% max exposure, but you can go through and alter all of the players that are available to you, basically to make and tailor the lineup optimizer experience to your liking. So let's close that, but that is a new tool within the optimizer version 3. The next is not a new tool per se, but it might have a new look. It used to have a bar, but this time you can see that plus sign and you can add different stacks there, and you can change the stack size and the positions allowed, and you can go through and change the exposure for each of those stacks. So another useful tool, but might look a little bit different than the previous version. Much improved UI, a cleaner look there. So we hope you are enjoying that there. Next is the unique players. Now, this is an important tool. It's one that our users really ask for. And basically, it requires each lineup to have a certain number of different players from the lineup before. What this does, it allows for more diversification of the player pool. Variety is the spice of life, folks. So we can make unique players. You can also change this to 2 or 3, depending on how many unique players you want per lineup. A lot of that is dependent on how many lineups you are entering in and are creating. If you're creating like 150 lineups, you want to maybe keep it smaller. If you're creating only a couple lineups, you maybe want to increase it to increase the diversity. It really is just to your liking though. So a new unique tool there, the unique players. So really the main differences are going to be that you have the ability to really manually change some of the exposures on the individual players. And you also have the ability to go in the optimizers, manage the player pool and the different exposures, and also the unique player setting as well is basically the biggest differences that you'll notice. You still have the ability to change the different model that the lineup optimizer uses. For example, the highest projected or hot hitters. The different models that we have there are still the same as the previous model and available to you to use. And if we can optimize those 10 lineups, just as an example for today, it's still going to produce those lineups and hopefully give you a winning lineup that will help you win those daily fantasy contests. So that's a really quick look at the Optimizer V3. If I missed anything or if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments and we will get back to you. Or if there's any other videos you'd like to see us produce, any tutorials you'd like, please let us know in the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to the LineStar YouTube channel, we've got tons of content coming your way, not just tutorials, but we've got picks every day here on the channel. And football season is rapidly approaching, so we've got your best ball content coming your way as well. And the optimizer was not the only change in the works here for the LineStar app. Tons of upgrades coming as we head into football season this fall. So if you haven't already, give us a follow here on the YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, again, drop them in the comments. Good luck to you in all your DFS and prop betting endeavors. See you guys on the LineStar app.